Hello, hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Yes, this is Gwen coming to you live all the
Hello.
way from Singapore. Yes, you're seeing me here again. Today, I have got a special guest. His name is Steve. He's a Nigerian currently located in Seoul, Korea. Okay, and then I also have two other ladies who are fantastic ladies, dedicated mom, and professional people. But I will not take the stage from them. I will let them introduce themselves. Okay, let's start with Angelica. Please tell our dear audience who you are. A brief one.
Hi everyone, I'm Angelica and I am a single mother of two beautiful daughters. I'm still working full time and doing this digital business together with my daughter.
Awesome, awesome. And Felicia, yourself, please.
Hi everyone, good evening. Uh-oh, someone's horn go out. I hope y'all can hear me loud and
Yes,
clear.
oh, good. Okay.
I'm currently at the park, you can see, just to test it out how flexible is our system. So I'm Felicia from Malaysia. I am a mother, a wife of three kids. I have two boys and the middle one is a daughter. They are all grown, except the youngest one is still in the college. So, what else you need to know? Formerly, I'm a banker for over 30 years. Yeah, I think that's a
Awesome.
little bit about me.
Okay, wonderful. So now we have the rose among the thorns. Steve, introduction about yourself.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Owen, Nigerian from the eastern part of Nigeria, and I'm resident here in South Korea. I'm into education here in South Korea, and I'm part of the digital business team that you see on screen today, and we are loving it. I'm a father of three kids, and my wife always says I'm the best husband.
Awesome. Wow. Good job there. Wow. Okay, I will start with the very first question, and after that, Angelica will go on with the second, and Felicia will go with the third one. So I am very curious about you, Steve. Please tell me, what got you started with this digital business, honestly?
Okay. Like everyone else, when we face some challenges in life, we have
Uh-huh.
to look for alternatives. So, my quest for an alternative business, apart from the education business I do here in South Korea, started in the middle of the pandemic. And fortunately for me, I didn't fall into the trap of scammers because a lot was introduced to me by other people. But when I analyzed them, I realized that no, this is not right. So I stayed away. And God rewarded my patience and my practical use of the wisdom He gave me for not joining those businesses. So someday, a friend called me up to help him with his computer. Okay. So when I went to help with his computer, it happened that it would say, "Oh, please don't touch this file. It's for my business. Don't touch this file. It's for my business." So I kept wondering, what business is this that we don't touch the files? you know. So I later asked him after I helped him with his computer issues. I later asked him to tell me more about the business, and that's the starting point of him telling me the tidbit about the business. So so that was the foundation there.
I can't help. Maybe he just did it on purpose. I think he wants to pique your interest and get you very interested, right?
Probably.
Don't touch that phone. That's my business. One time and second time he comes around.
Right.
Good, good. I love that one. That is very authentic and original. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Hey, Angie, do you have a question for Speed?
Yeah, I mean, so it's very interesting how you started your digital business during the COVID period, right? So compared to what it was before you started this digital business, and to now, how has it changed your life basically, or your daily life? What do you do now compared that is different compared to what it was before?
All right. I like that question. You know, before joining the digital business world, um, one of the things I was very confident about was that I had no digital footprint. I would boast to some of my clients or my students and say, go to the internet, search for me, you'll never find me. I was not anywhere. It's because of this business I came into Facebook or whatever else. You understand me? So, one of the biggest transformation that has happened is that when it comes to the digital platform, I am almost everywhere. You'll see me on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and and so it has given me the courage to come out of my box. It has given me the courage to take a new path in life.
Yes, absolutely. I like to add on to this because digital business, a lot of people they say, oh, they're for extroverts, and not for
Yeah,
introverts. Amazingly, that this training system actually gives us the opportunity to really step out of our comfort zone. You
Yeah.
can be introvert, but then there is a system that supports your learning, and eventually you will come out of your shell and be who you are.
Yes.
See, we did it, right? And so was I.
that's
I used to be like, on off
Correct.
switch. I used to be an introvert, and then just with the flick of a switch, and here I am. I'm live. Thank you so much. And then,
Yes.
Felicia, your next question for speed, please.
Yeah. Steve, earlier on we have go through an interview session before. So
right.
I just want to find out from you in the further, because you are also a man of faith. Could you share with us how you balance yourself while you are juggling with your full-time job as an English teacher, and also on this digital business, and as well as your faith? How you connect them together? How is that impact to your life?
All right. Thanks for the question, Felicia. I appreciate your inviting me back to join another Go Live. So, to answer your question, I see all I do as one unit. I take them all as one complete package. You understand me? So, for me, naturally, I see myself as a communicator. Okay, when I deal with people either in this business, in the education field, or in my faith, it's all about communication. And if we even go a little bit in the faith aspect, as Christians, we are told to profess our faith. We have to communicate our belief. You understand me? And in the business, yeah, I like that. In the business, we equally have to tell what we are doing because we are very transparent in the business we do. And of course, as an educator. So I see everything as communication, communicating different things to different people. You get the point. So it doesn't feel to me as if I am doing something different each time I switch. I know it may be difficult for some people. Like I've met my clients who ask me, "How do you do education and you also do this?" But in my mindset, I am doing the same thing. I am communicating some idea to you. It depends on you how you want to receive it. You understand me? So that's the
Yes.
way I make it easy for myself. I am just communicating ideas to people. Very valuable ideas.
It's been to
Wow.
say you, in all that you do, you really carry with you that Christ-centered thing has no change in whether
Yeah,
we are working as an educator or you are working on your digital business, and as well as uh, being a family man. Is
yeah.
that what you mean? Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
That's what I mean. Because earlier today, just about 4 hours ago or less, I I did a go live while I was at a park with my son. you know. And I was telling my viewers, I said, look at me, I'm here with him. We are having fun, but while he's playing, I'm still working on my digital business. This live is part
Okay,
of working
Yes.
on my
I
digital
shall go
business,
to your page and take a look.
you know. And after that, we stopped the go live and we wanted to do something different. And he told me, Dad, why don't we put this on Facebook? And we turned live again. And we went for a second live. You understand me? So he himself is someone who motivates me to keep going because he's my business partner. You understand me? So
Oh,
he's
Nice.
learning the ropes and he's helping me to connect with the audience at every opportunity.
Awesome. I love
Nice.
this. Babe. You know what? Angelica is doing exactly that. She's running this business with her daughter. I'm
Wow,
doing
very good. I like
Yeah.
that.
we're doing all the
Yes.
same thing. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Woo! Super excited right now.
It
Okay.
bonds the daughter, mother daughter, and for you would be the
Right,
son and father, right? It's that
right, right.
bonding that's really good.
Wow,
even
this is
even
really
to surprise you, sorry to go too far, sometimes when I do my Canva posting, he does some designs for me. He's just 9 years old, but he will tell me, Dad, can
oh,
I put some colors? I'll say, okay, go to your computer, I'll link it to you and you can design one and send it to me. I'll decide. And I have used some of
Like
his
me.
designs on my posts. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're very good and very fast as well.
oh,
Yeah.
it looks like you have a business partner coming up soon. So let's just wait until he turns 18. We have a new business partner. You go, brother. You go. You go. Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we have done the introduction. We have done our questions. I really, truly wish this meeting can go on further. But I know, Steve, you have another one coming up soon. So I try to summarize the whole thing. So let's go with the last one. Life motto. Okay, we want to hear what is your life motto. Give an advice to our audience. What is that thing that one person has to focus on?
All right. I have this motto, which I would say I have developed ever since I joined the digital business community. And that motto is this: embrace the journey, not just the destination. And the truth is this: before making this a motto, I realized that it has been the way I lived my life all through. I've always been a man of adventure. And even coming to South Korea to teach English, it was like an adventure for me. You know, I could have gone to Europe, I could have gone to North America, but I was like, let me go to the Far East. Let me go see what's happening there. You understand me? And also, for a very analog person who has always been in education, even back in Nigeria, most of my part-time jobs while I was a student was to teach at my sister's school, you know. So I've been in education all my life. Now, coming here to be a digital business owner, I see it also as another adventure. And the best way for me to thrive is to enjoy the process, is to live through the business. I know that there are many avenues of making money, but before we can make the money, we have to set the foundation. And the best way to set a foundation is a foundation that you can, from time to time, have a good dance, you know, have a joyful moment. And that is what I want. That is what I want. Even when I raise my kids, sometimes they say, Dad, you are not very serious. I said, no, don't deceive, don't get confused. I may be a joyful person, but I'm very, very serious. Yes, I
Yes.
like to be happy when I do things with them, with myself. And so in this business also, I like to be happy when I do it. So sometimes when I do my go live, people see me like, is it really serious? Yes, I'm serious. But be joyful in all you do. So embrace
Yes.
the journey, not just the destination. Because sometimes if your focus is just the destination and you don't get there as soon as you expect, you could lose momentum. You could lose courage. You become discouraged. But if you're enjoying every moment, the truth is, when you get to your destination, you may not even realize it. And that has happened to me. Many a time in this business, it has happened to me. There are times when I would get a new, what's it called, a new buyer, and I wouldn't know, because I'm just enjoying the process. It will take almost 12 hours, and someone calls me and say, Steve, don't you know you have a buyer? What are you waiting for? I said, oh, really? I didn't know. Okay, I'm gonna. It's crazy. And I hope no one interprets this as me being irresponsible. But the truth is, I try to carry myself as a whole as I continue in the business. Thank you for the
Awesome,
question.
awesome. That is truly, how would I put it? We'll call it like, a divine appointment. Sometimes certain things that happens to us, there's always a special reason behind it. There's always a place that we need to go and enjoy the journey of learning, embracing everything that comes our way. And I love it when you said, being joyful in that moment. Things can be bad, it can be good, and everything in between, what have you, But enjoying that moment and not looking at the negative part of life. Something just comes to you just like that, like a big, huge surprise. I love it. Thank you so much, Steve. That is fantastic. Yeah. And let's listen to Felicia. What is your motto for our audience today?
Mine is still time. Time is our whole life is all about the time. It's so precious to each and every one of us. So making a good prudent decisions is very crucial in our life.
Mm,
One step that you decided to be where you are working for your life, it got to be a serving in a way that has a purpose. So back then, probably my season of life may be serving in purpose, where in that season of 30 years, there is a purpose there. And right now, moving into this totally another foreign world, digital things, well, everything is in progress. And I also thank you, Steve. You reminded two things out of the box. That's one. That's what I caught out of the box. Pretty much when I was working, that office life is more like in the box. And
mm,
right now, uh, even though it's still like a little bit here and there, a lot of things still is in the learning. But I really appreciate, and so that is about my motto. It's about time. It's precious. So anyone who is watching us right now, if you are wondering, you have to decide from today whether um, what are we talking about? Why are we having a good job? Uh, you know, I would like to add on something, Lily. There's this book that I read.
yes.
It talk about two types of fear. Many of us
Mm,
we have fear. I do have my own fear as well. Two types of fear. One is normal. One is abnormal. So embarking in this digital business, what do you all think? Are we normal or are we abnormal? I would say
I
that
said, yeah.
many of us have fear. So it is normal for us to feel fear because that fear is a desire because we want safety, we want security, we want assurance, and we want a way out. Many of us, we
Mm,
want a way out, but we are still caught up with that fear. So that fear is something where nobody can help us unless we say to ourselves, we're going to do this. I'm going to decide to do this. I'm going to bring out my courage instead of storing my courage in the box and let it out.
mm.
So that's what I want to share.
Thank you so much, Felicia. So it is all overcoming fear, right? faith over fear. So sometimes in life we have to make decision, because if you are afraid of something, you're not going to take the first step forward. You will always be stagnant, always in one spot, and then forever spending your time fearing for something you've never even tried to find out what it is that you're afraid of. The moment we take the first step and find out what exactly is the fear that I'm afraid of, and then do something about it and face it head on, then you will realize, hey, what was I fearing about in the first place? Doesn't make sense at all. Okay, and before I go back to Angelica, I have a life motto. It is really simple, and I think the two ladies knows it. And this one I will share with you. It is always love life, leave it. Don't like, change it. Simple, right? You don't change it, nothing's gonna ever change. No one's coming to help you. You got to do it. Love life, leave it. Don't like, change it. Simple. Yeah. So, Angie, what about you?
Well, I mean, I think relating to everyone's motto, I think life is really short, so take that chance, have your plan Bs, as we grow, older into, the senior age. I think people tend not to plan, right? And I think it's very important to plan. And if you start early and plan early, then you will have less of the fear, eventually. But you need to take that step, right? And life is just really, really short, and I think we have to live it, as you said, right? And just be happy and do what you love doing, and just embark in this digital business, because it is where it's going to be. The digital business is the business moving forward.
Yes. As our world going into globalization, which in fact we are already in it. Okay, so we are audience, we are looking to us. We are faith-driven entrepreneurs here. That's how I like to label us. We are real people. We are living life in integrity. So there's nothing to be afraid of. What you see is what you get. This is the real us. Okay. So people who are in Korea, if you are looking at Steve's page, reach out to him. He's a great guy. Okay, faith-driven person. So reach out to him if you're there. You're thinking of a second way. Something else to do besides your side hustle. You can do it, right? So for those of you who are in Malaysia, please reach out to Angelica and Felicia. And if you are in Singapore, of course you reach out to me. Okay? Yeah. Thank you so very much, everybody. Sending blessings your way. Okay. And
Bye.
catch up with all of you again. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.